Hello and welcome to another episode of your favorite personal and professional development podcast, the Online Efiko. We got a lot of good feedback from our listeners from last week's episode on the importance of performance management. Clearly, it is an area that many organizations and leaders are concerned about. And I know you are very keen to continue learning more about the subject here with us on the Online Efiko. My name is Omagbitse Barrow, and I am your Online Efiko. Today we will be continuing our series on performance management by exploring some of the issues that most organizations face with their existing performance management systems that tend to limit them from achieving their full potential. It is an episode that should get you thinking about your organization, and hopefully it will get you to start doing things differently. So most organizations have one form of performance management system or the other, and the levels of sophistication and optimization of these systems certainly vary. Our experience, however, suggests that even for the organizations that have very good systems on paper, they struggle with ensuring that they can optimize and make the most out of them because of a number of common challenges that most performance management systems face. I would like to go through these common challenges quickly so that you can diagnose the extent to which they are manifest in your organization. For each one, I will prefer some actions that you can take to overcome these challenges so that you can consider them and use them in your organization. The first challenge that typically overwhelms and affects the others is the lack of quality controls on the performance management system itself. Simply put, there is no system put in place for checking whether the performance management system is actually working. You see, in 2010, when I worked as the head of human resources business partners at a leading Nigerian bank, I got a lot of support from my HR director at that time to carry out an evaluation, or what we will call an audit, of the entire performance management system. It was revealing to get feedback from employees about what worked and what didn't work. This data-driven approach is what I strongly recommend for your organization. Rather than assume that the system is working perfectly or imperfectly, evaluate it by asking the right questions. You will be amazed what you will discover. Another major challenge is the low level of line manager capability regarding performance management. It's very simple. Most line managers are unable to set smart KPIs. They are unable to give effective and timely feedback. They are unable to create dashboards to track KPIs or even to conduct appraisals effectively. Recently, my colleagues and I carried out a similar evaluation for one of Nigeria's largest merchant banks, and it was important that the company invested in training and upskilling its managers and employees in the area of performance management. A third issue that is of concern is what we call organizational hygiene. Does the organization have a culture that tolerates mediocrity, or is it one that is Puritan and quickly gets rid of underperformers? You see, if you never let go of people who are underperforming because you have a culture of not firing people, then you run the risk of having a culture of bad service that will inevitably continue to undermine performance and eat into your success. I believe that organizations should be more Puritan. Firstly, by being brutal in their hiring process to ensure that they only attract A players and A potentials. And then secondly, by ensuring that each year they get rid of those who do not have the A potential or who are not A players. If you do the recruitment right in the first place, you may actually never need to get rid of anyone. But if there are C, D, and E players still lurking around in your organization, and you are being nice and too nice to fire them, then your performance management system ain't going to work. Finally, but not exhaustively, the organizational culture. How do people behave? What is the human experience of your employees? Is there a culture of blame with shredding and unprofessional feedback? Or is there a culture of accountability with tough love and realistic feedback? How do your monthly, quarterly, and annual performance review sessions go? How are your appraisals? Are they focused, for example, on coaching people to succeed or on frightening people to try to meet their targets? You will agree with me that culture is everything. And having a culture of accountability drives innovation and more sustainable results than a culture of blame, fear, and cover-ups. So these are a few, in my book, of the most important impediments to an effective performance management system. With the clear policy choices that you have, invest in evaluating the performance management process from time to time. Build the capacity of line managers and employees to use the performance management system effectively. Pay attention to letting go of your consistent bottom performance and ensure that you have a culture of accountability and a safe psychological space in your workplace. Again, my colleagues and I at Learning Impact are more than happy to support you in building and improving your performance management system based on our extensive experience, not just with our clients, but even with ourselves. Please feel free to reach out to us on 0805 195 3276. When we come back next week, we will explore some contemporary paradigm-shifting perspectives on performance management that will get you thinking differently about your existing performance management system and your entire human resources and people management philosophy. As usual, please feel free to share this podcast, invite your family, your friends, and your colleagues, and take advantage of some of our old episodes that you may have missed. And I also urge you to visit www.onlineefiko.com to take advantage of our e-learning courses on a variety of subject areas. I am your Online Efiko, Omagbitse Barrow, and I will be back.